They're not bad. Taste one.
I put them on a drunk night the other night.
Bitch, I ain't say take them all.
I took two. See, there's one in my mouth, and there's one right here.
And one in your throat. What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with another video. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had an okay weekend. If you're watching Scorpio Show for the first time, I hope you start this video off by clicking the like button. Okay? Click that like button. If it's like 10,000 people watching, it should be at least 2,000 likes. Also, please share our video to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or wherever you choose to share our videos. As we all know, it's been a lot going on today. There's been a lot going on today, or it started last night when a gunman decided to shoot up a crowd that went to a country concert, and Jason Aldean was the main performer. I think his name is Jason Aldean, and the gunman was shooting from the Mandalay Bay Hotel, and he killed over 58 people and 515 people were injured. Now, I'm not sure if all of them were shot, or some of them could have been injured from running, or maybe being trampled over.
Shot. They were just injured during the whole melee.
Yeah, it was just ridiculous, and I'm getting irritated looking at the news because they're gonna keep me showing it over and over and over again. I just had to get my mind off. I try to go to sleep, bitch. I still waking up to it, and it's like every time I woke up, the number got higher and higher and higher on how many people were injured or killed. We all know we can sit here and we can keep saying the same thing over and over, but I just hope that people, don't want to stop going out and having a good time or going to concerts. We cannot let stuff like this stop us from living our lives, and it's really up to our Congress to do something about these guns. We really need something on gun control. Now, people think that just because we're going to do gun control, I'm not Congress, but that Congress wants to take away your Second Amendment right. No one is saying you shouldn't have guns, but there are certain guns that normal citizens should not be carrying around, like automatic weapons or military weapons. We do not need those kind of weapons to defend your home or defend yourself if you're out on the street in self-defense. And it's like, how many more people have to die? How many times do we have to see statistics from other countries where gun deaths are very low when we're like 1,000 and 2,000, 3,000% higher than those other countries? How many people got to die? We didn't do anything with Sandy Hook. We didn't do anything in Orlando. We didn't do anything about all these other school shootings. We didn't do anything about a club that was shot up. I believe it was in Ohio. It's like a lot of these clubs are getting shot up. People are going to events, people getting shot up, and it's like no one wants to say anything, but they want to, or do anything about it, but they want to send their condolences to people. When you are in that position of power, you need to do something because lives are on the line, especially when it comes, and it could happen in your state. Like, what are you going to say? The NRA is in the back pocket of a lot of those members of Congress. So something has to be done. And again, how many more lives have to go? Or how long does this go before we forget about it again until another gunman decides to do the same thing? How angry do these people have to get? How angry do Congress have to get? I don't know what else to say on the situation, but my condolences to all the families and all the people who are victims of this tragic event. And now they say this is the deadliest mass shooting in United States history, surpassing what happened in Orlando, and that was just last June. How many more times does news reporters have to repeat that over and over? Something has to be done. And I think that, like, if they kept track of how many guns people were buying, the government could do a lot of stuff. They could track you on what you do on your computer and the medicine that you take. They can keep track of the guns that you buy. Come on.
But then you also got to remember people who are buying guns that are people who are purchasing guns illegally.
Yeah, that's true.
There are a lot of guns that are being purchased illegally.
You're right about that. You sure are.
Because think about the 6-year-old who was shot the other night around here. The guy who shot him was 22 years old. I'm almost certain that he didn't purchase that gun legally. And did you see the guy?
No, but I gotta see the picture.
I'm gonna show you the picture.
Yeah.
Because
I'm pretty
first of
sure
all,
I
if this is
know
what 22
what's
looks like,
happening right here.
if this is what 22 looks like, then yeah.
Oh yeah, he had a rough life. But he looks familiar.
Hello, it's just happened around the corner from your house. He might live around here. And it didn't take long for them to find him. So people knew who he was.
They got cameras around.
But they knew who he was. It was a 6-year-old boy. And I'm trying to figure out if I hope this is not the case, but I'm trying to figure out if the little boy was targeted because the little boy was the only one that was shot.
No, they say they were shooting and he got shot from a block away.
Oh, so he wasn't even near the little boy. He didn't even hit the person who was shooting.
No. Which is even worse.
But that's how it usually goes.
Then he got shot in his shoulder. And I used to live on that block where he got shot at. Right there on North Street. Like, it's crazy. Crazy.
He didn't go too far.
No, because that's when we lived in the projects. And then my mom bought this house.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So it was like we lived on Edgewood Street. Then we were supposed to move to Diamond Street. My mom said no, she's not living at 23rd and Diamond. So they put us on the corner of Justin and Norris, and then we were a block up when she bought this house. It was a bunch of shit going on around that time anyway, and now it's just even worse. So I'm glad that we moved from around there, because shootings are normal around there. It's not like it's.
How many blocks is it away from here?
A block and a half. Yeah, right around the corner. Go down half a block and then walk straight down.
So it's not far.
Nope. But I'm glad that we're not around there now. I love my neighbors and stuff, but
we're here.
No, over there in the projects. Those are fun times, which we'll talk about later, because on this video I want us to have a good time and forget about what's going on. And I want to say, like, shout out to Wendy Williams, because she talked about it in the beginning of her show, and then she just kept it moving until the president interrupted her show this morning. So it could have been after. But let's get to our condolences. I don't. How you know how to pronounce his name?
Jamal.
Jamal. Yeah. We found out about his death Saturday morning. I did, and I seen a friend post something on not Instagram, on Facebook, and I'm like, wow, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that or whatever. And then I went on not Facebook. I went on Instagram, and I seen someone had his picture up. And they say how he died, and I was like, oh, then I put 2 and 2 together that this is the person that he's talking about. And instantly, like, I got real sad, because it's like around 11. Then I called Mikkel, because that's how I knew Jamal. Like, I didn't know him like, let's go hang out and stuff like that, but I've known him for years. And I think y'all went to school together or something like that.
No, we didn't. We didn't go to school together. We initially met MySpace, and oh my god, this was over 10 years ago, and we were friends on MySpace for kind of like how it was with me and you. We were friends on MySpace first, and then one day how we met, I was driving my dad's truck. This is way before I had even got my first car, and I was driving my dad's truck, and he was waiting at the bus stop not too far from my house. And I saw him, and I said, hey, and then we started, and I said, where you go? He told me he's going home. So I took him home, and we talked, and then from that day on, we became friends. And then we found out, he must have told his mom about me, because then he told me one day, he said, don't you know, our parents grew up together.
What?
And I didn't. What? His mom had grew up with my mom and dad. And his mom knows, my family, and my mom and his mom were talking last night on the phone or whatever the case may be. And then they had moved closer to where we lived at the time. And so we had really became really close, But every time you saw him, he was always having a good time. Every single time. And I told, I was at his mom's house earlier today, and I told one of the ladies in there, I said, out of all the years that I've known him, I don't ever remember having not one bad conversation with him. It was always fun. We was laughing. He was always at every concert. You would see him and he would be turned up having a good time. A good time. He was somebody who knew how to party. And so I can't wait until his repast, because it's going to be a huge party. it's just like, I've been to too many funerals this year. And I said at my aunt's funeral a few weeks ago, I said, oh, I hope this is the last funeral. And then this happened, and of all people, him. But, you know, it's one of those things that I just say, I thank God that I knew him. Because I can't even imagine somebody who didn't know him, and they probably were looking on Instagram and seeing all these people post about him. And if you know, everybody said the same thing. He always was having fun, and that's how he was. He didn't have a bad bone. I mean, he just always had fun. And I just can't imagine somebody not knowing him and everybody else knowing him. Like, dang, I wonder what. It just hurts my heart. It really does. And I told his mom, I said, you know, we were talking the other day at her house, and I was just telling her, I said, you know, because his mom, at that time, everybody was still in a state of shock. And I just, you know, told her, you know, it hurts, death hurts, and whenever you feel like you need to cry or let it out, you go ahead and let it out. And don't let nobody tell you not to cry. Don't let nobody tell you it's okay, everything gonna be alright, because death hurts. And before I knew it, she was standing in front of me and she just started screaming and just crying. I just was rubbing her. I said, go ahead, let it out. And she just was like, I just want my son back. And I just said, I know. And I just kept telling her, just let it out. Just let it out. Because at that moment, she just was doing so much trying to keep her mind that it just was like, it was her breaking point. I said, Joe, go ahead. And don't let nobody tell you, don't cry. Because you need to cry. You need to let it out. Let it all out. But I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss him. And we're going to have a good time on Friday at his homegoing. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. His repast, we're going to have a good time, because that was the type of person he was. He always had a good time. He was always either having a party or at a party, at a club, having a good time. I never forget one night, because you know I don't go to clubs. And I went to this one club, and he saw me in there. He said, bitch, what you doing in here? And we just had a good time. And I'm going to so miss him.
That's how I met him.
I'm going to miss him.
At a First Friday. But this was like so many years ago.
Right?
And he was, you know, saying how that he knew you and we was recording. I thought y'all went to school together.
No, we didn't go to school together. No. But we had known each other for a long time. And then, like I said, we clicked even more once we found out our parents knew each other. You know, so it was like, oh, wow. Like, because we didn't know that our parents had even known each other.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna miss bumping into him and having like fake fights. Yeah, every time like he see me, he's like, you know, I'm gonna beat you up for what you did to Byron and all of this stuff. Like me and Byron were, you know, just at that time it's just something that, you know, how peer pressure happens and we got into a fight or whatever, and like we would always laugh on that or just talk about stupid shit. It was just First Friday and fun, and like I'm going to miss seeing him, and that really hurt me because like I've never lost anybody like close to me in age or someone that I was familiar with. I've never lost anyone like that, and I'm just like, I'll never see him again. And he is the last person you would think that that can happen to, and then it just made me realize that you know, life is short and we must cherish everybody, cherish all of our friends, all of our family members, and tell them how much you love them, because you just never know when the last time. And from what I heard is that he was with his family that night. Like
not when he died, but that night he went bowling and they all went out to like a bar to have a good time, and then he left and went home by himself, and he got into a car accident on the expressway. But it's so, like you said, of all people, him, because when my mom told me, because everybody started early Saturday morning. So when my mom told me, I said, Jamal who? Because first of all, I'm still asleep. So she's like, Jamal. I'm like, Jamal who? Because most people didn't call him Jamal. I called him Jamal, but I called, like in my phone, I have him under as Black. And I was just trying to figure out today at his house, I said, where did I get that from? Like, and now I can't even ask him, how did I start calling him that? Because people called him either Jamal or Blizz. So I'm thinking, like, where the fuck did I get Black from? But maybe that was something years ago that I was just calling him. But when his mom finally said his mom's name, and she said, so-and-so's son, and I said, oh, and I just started screaming. I said, oh my God, like, because like you said, the last person on earth that you would think of. And as I was at his mom's house today and I was talking to different people, and everybody had the same story. Everybody was saying, we found out early in the morning, and when somebody told us and they said Jamal, we was like, who? What Jamal? Because it was like, you didn't think him. Like, no, not him. Like, how him? So it's just, and I felt bad for his sister. Because his sister and his cousin, his aunt who were out with him, they were the first ones on the scene.
Oh, wow.
And when his sister, I just felt so bad because his sister said to me, she said, Mikkel, he kept getting mad at me because I think she said he wanted to leave and I kept telling him to wait. She said, I went to the bathroom and when I came out the bathroom, he was gone. Mm-hmm. And then she said, I don't know if she said not even 5 minutes because from where he left from to where the accident wasn't that far in distance. She said, I called him 5 times and he didn't answer. And she said the 5th time when the phone answered, and she said, I said, pussy, the first thing I said was, pussy, where the fuck is you at and why did you leave? And she said that a voice on the phone said, Miss, I don't know whose phone this is, but the person was just in a really bad accident.
Oh,
and she said, I just started screaming. She said the person told her where they were at, and she said when she got there, she said, I lost it. She said, I lost it. She said, because that was my baby brother. And she said, I just lost it. She said, I just lost it because I never would have thought that. And let me tell you something. There are some good people in this world. There are some really good people in this world. She said to me the other day, she said, Mikkel, there was this white man who was there at the scene. And she said, the midst of everything that was going on, she said, I was in the car with my cousin and my aunt. She said, the two of them don't drive at all. They don't know how to drive. I was the driver. She said, I was so enraged and so upset by what was going on that I needed to go find my brother because by the time they got there, they had already taken his body. Mm-hmm. And she said the person who was in the guy, she said it was a white man there, and he told her, I'm going to take you to where you need to go. And she said this particular man drove them to the hospital, then to where, because his body wasn't at the hospital like they were originally told. Mm-hmm. And I think they took him to the coroner's, and then they took him all the way up to North Philly to her mom. She said, this guy took me everywhere. She said, and in that moment, I didn't even think to get his name or anything. She said, my brother, her oldest brother, was able to take the guy back to his car. She said, but I hope and pray that this guy shows up at the funeral because I want to thank him so much for just helping me. She said, because I couldn't, the guy, he kept getting upset with me and telling me, Tasha, I can't let you drive because you're out of it, and you will get into a car accident if you try to even maneuver your way around, because you're too upset trying to find out where your brother is. And I said, there are really good people in this world. They really are. And it's just so unfortunate. Like, I feel so bad for the family. I feel bad for his mom. And I told his best friend, I said, the first person I thought of was his best friend, Ashley. And I said, oh, my God. I just said, oh, my God, Ashley. What is, Ashley? And when I finally spoke to her, I said, Ashley, I can't wait to see you to give you such a big hug. And when I finally saw her yesterday, we just hugged and hugged and hugged. And she started crying. I just said, Ashley, I'm just so sorry, because I know how close you and him were, and it just hurt my heart. So I said I know for a fact that on Friday I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna lose it.
I know it's gonna be a big funeral.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
He's known by a lot of people
and was liked.
Yes,
loved by a lot of people. I ain't never, in all the years that I've known him, I've never heard anybody say, oh, so-and-so, I can't stand him, I don't like him, or I was fighting him. Never heard that. Not all the over 10 years that I've known him, probably about 12, 13 years that I've known him, I've never heard anybody. And do you remember, we have a video with him. He went with us when we went to New York that one year for my birthday.
See, I didn't know him like that.
Yeah, you didn't know him. Yeah, you did know him like that. Yep. If you go on YouTube,
it's on our YouTube channel.
Mikkel's 23rd birthday when we went
to New York. That is a video y'all need to go back and watch.
That was hilarious.
Yes.
That was a fun day.
Yes, it was.
That was a fun day.
Yes, it was.
It was me, you, Jamal, Anitra, Amber, and then we met up with Robert and Jonathan. Mm-hmm. We had a fun.
We went to Red Lobster.
Lene, my friend Lene. We had a fun.
With the grape.
Yes. We had a fun.
I didn't even. That probably was my first time meeting him.
I think it was. I think it was your first time meeting him.
Wow.
And that was back in 2009.
Yes, that was a fun fucking day. And they was going, and It's all on camera. Y'all need to go and watch it.
We had a fun day.
Mikhail's 23rd birthday.
Yep, he was there with us.
Wow.
Because I kept saying to my friend Robert, Robert, you were with us. And Robert said, no, I wasn't with y'all. And then I went and found the video, and he wasn't. Robert wasn't, but Jamal was with us.
Wow, I didn't even know he was on the video. But he's on the video with us. That's crazy.
I'm going to miss him.
Yeah, I am too. Oh my God. I don't even know what else to like talk about and start with. Alright. So we can start with Tina Campbell and Trump.
Of all people.
Yes, of all people.
Who would have ever thought we'd be talking about those two in one story together?
Then the thought
I
is,
guarantee you, Trump has no idea
who she is. No. And
Or
he don't
any of
care.
us all. He probably thinks she's a part of Campbell soup.
Probably. and how she's going to help him.
I can imagine if somebody said, President Trump, do you know Tina Campbell? No, I don't know her. Who
No.
is she? Never heard of her.
Well, she said that she voted for Trump based on his and her views and his Christianity. And I'm thinking, what Christianity?
What Christian? What Christian views? He was saying what his base wanted him to say. Those, what did they call them? What do they
Not
call
the
them?
evangelicals.
Yeah, evangelicals. The evangelicals. He was saying what, he was catering to those folks so they could go out. Trump ain't got no religious views. Did you see the day after the inauguration when they went to the National Cathedral? Every time a new president gets sworn in, and they go to the National Cathedral for a day of prayer, whatever the case may be, And he didn't even know what to do inside this church. He didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Because I don't believe he is a Christian. I
No,
just think that he's alive and he don't.
Yeah, he's alive and he's just winging it until it's time for him to take his last breath. And I don't understand how people like that get through life. I really don't. But hey, he's been successful all these years, but we don't know what he has, God has in store for him on the other side. So
Yeah. But yeah, Tina, so a lot of people are upset with her. They're flipping out. I didn't even think to go and read any comments because I would have never. That's something you never do. Because you see how you never heard from Chrisette Michelle again.
No, ever.
You don't want to fuck Mary up, Tina. And now that you have, because first of all, you said we need to pray for him. First of all, it's nothing wrong to tell anybody to pray for anybody because we all can use a little bit of prayer. But at that time and how divisive he was he's worse now. But it was just like we was getting in, we was about to get there.
Right.
And she's like, I'm gonna love my president because he's the leader of our country no matter what. And
she just wanted to be different. You come across some of them blacks that just want to be different.
Yeah.
And it don't go too well for them.
No, and it's never gonna go well for her. Saying that she voted for Trump when 95% of black women did not vote for Trump. Now how can y'all relate on what values Christian values did Trump share with you? I want to know. Does it come from the Mexicans getting out our country?
Right.
Or is it the gays?
Right.
The gays? I think it's the gays.
Which one is it? Because I don't know what values he even came close to sharing with me.
No, I just don't know. It's just too much, Tina. And you tried it. I don't even like calling her Tina. I just like saying the girl from Mary. But
the woman's husband, stop cheating.
And I think she probably brought this up because this is the last season of Mary.
Well,
but now I'm really going to be watching because I want to know how they talk about it.
Right.
So we can get her together.
Because her husband's always cheating on her.
Yeah. Fix that. And well, Donald Trump's a cheater. Maybe she agrees with them kind of values where you can go outside of your marriage and grab them by the... I don't know. But
Tina fucking Tina. I mean Mary fucking Mary.
Nobody even calling no Tina.
Mary.
We have to make sure we didn't say Eric.
Which Mary is that? Mary 1 and Mary 2. Mary. Let me tell you something, Mary. You should have kept that to yourself. Kept that. Next time, don't say nothing. And it may be a little thing to get people to watch. Yes. But this may hurt y'all last season.
Maybe nobody might not watch.
Right. Okay.
Like, why would I put money in her pocket watching this? And she already I would just come on. Really?
He's gonna eventually marry, put them shackles right back on your feet.
Yeah.
And you will not be able to dance unless you chucking and jiving across the White House lawn, okay? Let me tell you something. Because Donald Trump don't know no Mary song.
She ain't volunteered to sing at any of the inaugural balls.
Because she knew what a good ass whooping or a good backlash feels like, okay?
Yeah, because Donald Trump couldn't get not one celebrity. He could have got you.
He could have got you.
Yeah.
And whatever her name is, Michelle Cassette or whatever it is, could have stayed at home.
Cassette got it.
You see what that did for her career.
Bitch.
You don't see Cassette Michelle.
Nowhere.
Nowhere. You want a job where? You want to sing where? No, you can't sing here.
Oh.
Let's ask the Mexicans about the Christian values that Donald Trump has.
Damn, he don't have any. Then today.
Or them Puerto Ricans down in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, and he's really trying.
He told that they just want what they
just want. They're looking for a handout when we got 10,000 people down there to help them. The Democrats told the mayor of San Juan. I think her name is Maria yelling something. You know what? Yeah, whoever she is, she ain't playing no games.
No, she's not, because she keep getting on the
Yeah, she keeps like it's hard because you are the leader of that city.
Mm-hmm.
Like the governor's hands is already tied.
Right.
Now these people need help, and she can speak fluent English and fluent Spanish.
She studied here, and like she said, I had my first child in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I saw. I've been watching, and not only that, you know what she told Anderson Cooper? I am staying in the shelters, me and my family, with the rest of the people, because our house was destroyed too, and we were staying in the shelters and sleeping on cots just like everybody else. So she knows firsthand what it is these people are getting and not getting.
Yeah, about Donald Trump is on somebody's golf lawn.
They don't have her staying in a hotel or somewhere like they could have her because she's the mayor of the city. She said, no, I'm staying in the shelters right along with the rest of the people on cots just like the rest of them. Because my house was destroyed too. And he got the nerve to tell somebody looking for a handout. And then had the nerve to say what he said about Puerto Ricans and New York accents.
What? He ain't saying that, Mikhail. Don't bring... no. The fake news. I ain't trying to get that labeled on our show. Puerto Ricans and Mexicans are alike. Don't do that. Because I'll tell you firsthand.
When I tell you I chuckled, I chuckled.
Don't mislabel nobody from the country they from. These Puerto Ricans, don't call them Dominican, they Puerto Rican. Don't call them Puerto Rican, they Dominican.
And you better
not, you gonna call them
and you better not call them Jamaican African.
Nah. Oh no. Don't call some of the Dominicans Africans. Oh no.
And you better not call no Chinese person a Korean.
No.
Because they'll look at you like, what?
They said they had this thing at school. I went to Alney High School because there's a bunch of it's like a melting pot in that area.
Yeah, it is.
They had to have a ceremony called "We Are All Not Chinese" because that's how we were labeled. And I'm glad that I grew up, and I'm glad that I had that experience because I got to see everything.
Let me tell you something.
Cambodia.
That toast that I saw, it was not right at all.
No.
But because of the person that Donald Trump is, it was very believable. Mm-hmm. That's why everybody thought that it was real.
Yeah.
Because he says some outrageous things. And he's been known to say outrageous things about Mexicans.
Mm-hmm.
And what he said recently about Puerto Ricans, about them just wanting handouts, I don't understand how an island, and somebody made a very good point on the news, I forget who it was. This is an island. These people can't go nowhere.
No.
The entire island was hit by the hurricane.
And they're in the big ocean.
Yeah. And it's not like they can just drive to another state. They're all on this one island.
Mm-hmm. With no power. And a shortage of gas.
But they all looking for handouts.
And the Puerto Rican mayor. The mayor of San Juan name is Carmen Yellen Cruz Yellen Cruz or Julian Cruz. That's her name.
As long as it's not Mary.
No. I thought I called her Maria.
I thought it was, yeah. Well, hey. Listen.
And
he said they ain't nothing but New York accents. I said, why did he say that? I said, why would he say something like that? Because I thought initially he said it. You know how some people, you like, I don't believe that, that's not true. But I saw it, I said, why would he say that? Then I said, you know what, let me go to his page, and I'm going to
Puerto Ricans and Mexicans with New York accents.
He said, I said, why would you say that? You don't say that about people. But I chuckle.
Oh! Oh my God!
Is he crazy? This man,
but it's probably something he might say at kitchen table.
He did say it somewhere, and somebody quoted him for saying it.
Let's stop because
I didn't see him retweet and say this was fake news.
Cause he know not to talk about that. He might agree with it.
Yeah, he agree with it. Just like he agree with Mary, whatever Mary that is, shucking and driving across the Playhouse lawn with shackles still on her damn feet.
Now, Michael Che on Saturday Night Live, he got Donald Trump together on his weekend update segment. And he called Trump a bitch, and he also called Trump a cheap cracker. Now, everybody is calling him racist. And they was like, oh, but if this is a white person doing this.
Who's Michael? Is he black?
Michael Che, yes. He might be African, but he's black. No matter what, he's black. And it was a good segment. The whole weekend update segment to me was good. Because he was just saying how Trump just messes everything up and how he needs to spend our tax money and go help those people in Puerto Rico and call them a cheap cracker. Because it's no way you can help the white people in 2 states and then don't help the people in Puerto Rico. And he didn't even remember when the earthquake. It took him a while. But we talking about even mention Mexico. Of
course. But we talking about who? We talking about 2 states that voted for him.
Yeah.
Florida and Texas.
Well, Puerto Rico don't even get a chance to vote, period, because they don't vote for presidents. But they are United States territory.
Yeah, but the ones in charge down there are coming out on the news and calling him out. So he don't like that.
If Trump runs to get reelected, if he makes it that far, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans that are upset and they live in Florida, so he can affect their vote too. So all the people, but a lot of those Latinos voted for Trump.
But let me tell you something. It didn't affect that vote when he said about the Mexicans.
Because they're not Mexican.
They should have took into account that. Let me tell you something. And I'm not saying this to be nasty, but you need to take into account that people like Donald Trump, they don't care if you're Mexican or Puerto Rican. If you look like them, you're them. You understand what I'm saying? They don't care about that. He don't care. He doesn't care. First of all, he's a bigot. So if you're Puerto Rican or Mexican, all y'all are Mexican in Donald Trump's eyes. All y'all are Mexican. Just like blacks, Jamaicans, or whatever. He don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
All of us are Africans. And what the white people say? Y'all need to go back to Africa.
Yeah, go back to Africa.
Go back over there. They don't say go back to Jamaica or go back to Haiti or anything like that. The first thing they say when they get mad is go back to Africa.
Well, did you tell your people to go back from where they originally came from? Do you ever say get his land back to the Indians?
No, they don't say that because they don't erase that part of history.
No.
And that part of history is erased in their minds. They don't look at it as, oh, we stole this land from the Indians.
And they did.
And they did. They did. Them Native Americans were sitting over here minding their damn business, doing what the fuck they were doing on their own land. But who knows what the fuck they were doing, but they were doing it because we wasn't fuck over here. But they were minding their damn business. Then all of a sudden, these people come to hell over here with no pigmentation in their skin whatsoever, looking like Michael Jackson, and have the audacity to come over here and steal land from these people.
Yeah, and the Native Americans taught them how to survive.
And I think taught some of them how to take a damn bath. Or was that us that taught them how to take a bath?
I don't know. We taught them a whole bunch of stuff.
We sure did.
There's this lady on Facebook.
We taught them a whole lot of shit, and we was midwives to more than half of them, okay? And wet nurses to them too.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do nothing with us, but they allowed their baby to hang from our titties.
Oh no, but they had sex with them too. They wouldn't talk about it, but they did it all the time.
But then everybody needs to go back where they came from.
Yeah, it's this lady on Facebook. She posted a video. She's like, oh, if you want me to go back to Africa, I'm taking, basically, everything that was invented by black people, she said, we're taking that too, and we're taking that back to where we come from because we invented it. And
That right there hanging out that window, the AC, the traffic light, all that shit.
The microwave, I believe, was also invented by a black man.
The hot comb, well, they don't use that anymore.
Madam C.J. Walker, well, no, but still, we use it. She became the first black millionaire. You know? I wish I could think of something for hair, because hair is $1 billion industry.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of fucking money.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
I need to somehow to get our black hair to get our hair to grow back, because...
What damn good is it to have? Never mind.
Never mind. Don't do that. But Tina, I'm gonna tell you something
Wait.
I used to say. I wouldn't let people know I was that dumb.
Me neither.
'Cause-
Mom used to tell me that too. Don't walk out of this house and let people know how stupid you are, because they're gonna think I ain't teach you nothing. Yeah. And I never understood what she meant until I got older.
Yeah.
Don't walk out of here and let people know how dumb you are. Okay? Now why would you say that,
Wait,
Erica?
this is the lady right here. Hold up. Let me show you. I hope it got some sand. What is sand?
I wouldn't let people know how dumb you really are.
Let me finish.
I tell this girl at my job that all the time. You should stop saying stupid stuff like that.
And you know what else?
I can't see.
You gonna be barefoot as hell when you leave out your house in the morning, because let me put them shoes in this bag you got on, because a black man built a machine and put the soles on the shoes. And going back to that cotton, you don't really think that Eli Whitney was the one that invented the cotton gin, did you? That was the black man. And then, you know what? I'm sorry. You ain't gonna have no car wreck. Because although Henry Ford was the first man to manufacture the automobile, he did not create the automobile.
No, he didn't. No, he
The
didn't.
automobile was actually invented by a black man. And as soon as I make sure I'm not giving you the wrong name, I'm going to post all of that.
I know that's
Don't worry
right.
about having no car accident anymore, because if I leave, baby, the car's going with me. The traffic light going with
That's
me.
right.
If you have a wreck tomorrow and you get to the hospital and you losing too much blood, that's the truth. Was the man, a black man, who is the reason why you can get a blood transfusion, because he separated the blood from the plasma. Let me go and put that in the bag.
I know that's right. And then she got a big check-it bag too that the old lady takes to the supermarket. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Put it in the bag.
Put it right in the bag.
Yeah.
And they tell us to go back to Africa.
Yes. So I want everything I need. That video was good.
Can you imagine if we all did go back to Africa? How much better off some of
We
those
could
people
turn
would
it
be
out.
down there? You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they would get so much more help.
And if y'all looking for that video, her name is Crystal Tucker, and she got over 4.5 million views to that video.
Yeah.
And
They so quick to tell somebody to go back to Africa,
Go
aren't
back.
they?
yeah, I wanted to go. At first, I really didn't have a desire
I'm
to go,
going to go.
but now I want to go.
It's going to be an awesome trip when I put this all together.
Yeah. You want to throw a trip?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, that's going to be an awesome trip.
So listen, y'all talking about Janet Jackson and Jermaine Dupri, and so many people tweeting like, oh, how did we so decent they got back with it? Not to me. Just because he followed her, I don't even want her producing her music. Like, just be friends. Not even like if they want to fuck again. Okay, that's not my thing. I mean, you know, some people like to go back and do that, but
Well, didn't she say he was the best she had?
I mean, she said it was good, and she said it in interviews.
Well, let me tell you something. Don't let him text her on one of them lonely nights.
I hope.
Because then she lost all that weight and she's looking good. She gonna start feeling herself and he's gonna hit her up. I guarantee you he's gonna pop up at one of her concerts.
Nah, I hope it ain't Atlanta. And I hope he don't. I hope not.
Atlanta?
But you know what though? We don't really know what went on in their relationship.
No, and
he
I don't
never
care.
talked about it. She never talked about it.
I don't
So-
care.
But I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back.
I don't care about that.
Me neither. But would you sleep with Jermaine Dupri?
Sleep with him where? We sleep in the same room together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because most hotels have 2 beds in them.
Well, we did sleep in the same room, so
Who?
we did.
Yeah, we did. For one night.
Yes,
And I told
only
Tamar
for one.
he has to get out.
Yeah.
Because I don't share rooms.
They messed it up.
Especially not with rooms. I don't share rooms with people I'm not
And
sleeping
you know me, I couldn't even do. Anyway, but I did go out, and that's what I think I met up with Nunu or something like that, because he was out there.
with. Where? In LA?
Yeah, that's when you was always in the fucking bed.
Because I was pregnant.
I remember telling him, "Mikhail, you coming with me?" This is that same weekend. He was like, "No." I said, "Girl, Beyonce is here."
Yeah.
He left that hotel so fast.
No, I wasn't even at the hotel. I was on my
Oh.
way back to the hotel.
Oh, I didn't really went. But
No. Because you know I was fit. That wasn't a good weekend for us.
no, for sure.
Yeah, it wasn't. Because we argued the whole weekend. We did. Then I was trying to figure out, why did you come out here in the first place? Because I wanted you to come out here. But we just keep arguing.
Next subject.
Yeah. Because we just better off as friends.
Well, how was it now?
Good.
Did you ever go back to that old thing? Okay.
Never went back.
Somebody brought up a topic. How old is too old to be hoeing?
How old is she?
Now I'm gonna go to the story on my thing, on my Instagram. Gotta find it. There's a bunch of people put a lot of stuff up.
I feel like if you gotta ask that question, then you too old.
She said, "Can y'all?" Her name, I ain't gonna put her name out there. Can y'all talk about how old is too old to be a damn hoe? I'm entering my 30s next year, and I'm very single. I keep hearing older women tell me just to use men for company and sex. Like, I ain't trying to be a hoe in my 30s. Is there a hoe age limit?
No. No, I was getting ready to say something else.
Oh,
because I feel like you were about to say something totally different when I was about to say.
But go ahead,
Yeah.
because
Now listen, no. Listen. Let me tell you something. Someone who's entering their 30s too.
She's past her prime in her 30s. She's about to be.
Who, her?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Listen. It's okay to have fun, okay? It's nothing wrong with having fun. But my thing is,
Excuse me.
while you're out there having fun, protect yourself.
Amen.
And don't look at yourself or call yourself a hoe.
Oh, that's right.
Don't do that.
Satisfying
Don't do
your
that.
needs.
You're satisfying your needs, okay? Because we all have needs that we need to satisfy. But I will say this. There is and there will come a time where you need to let all that go, okay? Now, this may not be the time, because I'm thinking maybe this was because I thought this was an older woman because you...
No, she's letting. She said she's
Yeah.
about to end her 30s now.
Yeah, but I'm saying before we read that, when we were talking, I thought it was an older woman. I feel like at a certain point, when you get to that point, when you becoming a grandmom, then yeah. Because you don't want to be out there hoeing with your grandma. I mean, with your granddaughter. You don't want to be out there hoeing with your granddaughter. But I feel like if you young and you single, first of all, don't look at it as hoe. Okay? But always, always, always protect yourself. And don't just sleep with any Tom, Dick, or Jamal that comes your way.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Have yourself a sex buddy.
Have yourself a sex buddy and also have standards. Don't just sleep with anybody, because everybody ain't worth your time or company or your nookie.
But see, at that time, when you be entering your 30s, you should be wanting to wind down, settle down with one person. Maybe think about marriage, and maybe if you want to have kids as well.
See, I'm into my 30s and I don't think like that.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm letting...
Yeah.
First of all, I don't want to get married, and I don't want to have no kids. Yeah. So those two are off the radar.
So yeah, you could just have fun.
I just want to have fun. But I would like to have one particular person that I'll have fun with. But right now, I'm not in that, because
I know.
you know what I mean? And that's what? 6
A long
years.
time ago.
Yeah, 6 years. You know what I mean? And some people, I don't know how you stay single for that long. Easy. You occupy your time and you have fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of ways to have fun.
It's a lot of ways to have fun. You have fun. But see, for me being single for 6 years, it does not, I don't sit back and say, oh my God, I can't believe I was single for 6 years. Oh, no. I can't believe how fast the 6 years went. Because it went really fast. So it's like, for me, I have fun. And I enjoy the fun that I have. You know what I mean? So therefore, I don't think about, oh dang, I wish I had somebody. I don't think about stuff like that because I have fun. Now, when that person comes along and we decide to have fun together, and then that'll be the case. But right now, I'm just doing my thing. But I'm not looking at me doing my thing as me out there hoeing. Because I feel like we too old to be even using that term.
Yeah, but I mean, there is a such thing as hoeing, and to me, it's like who just fuck any and everybody, and then people know that you're out there doing it. But if you're a private hoe,
that's why I said you don't do that, because that's why I said you don't just have sex with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, because you don't want your business to be out there. You do what you do, and you do it discreetly.
Yeah.
So therefore, you can't ever have nobody saying, "Oh, I slept with you," or "I slept with her," or "I slept with him," and this, that, and the third. Because there ain't too many people at all that said they slept with me. Now there may be some people that say they saw me, but you can't say that you slept with me. Okay? And I cherish that. I do. I cherish that. Because it ain't too many people who can say that. I cherish that. And to answer your question, have I ever gone back to my ex? No, we've never gone back. We've never gone back. I don't even think that opportunity even presented itself for us to go back. Not saying that I wouldn't, but I'm just saying it never presented itself.
Yeah, not the relationship part. Just
sex. No,
yeah, okay.
Not even. That's what I'm saying. Not even that. Now, 6 years later, I feel like I don't even know if I would be comfortable because it's been so long. I'd be like,
I
I'd be
wouldn't
comfortable.
have
Huh?
forgot. So I wouldn't have forgot.
No, I didn't say I forgot about the sex. I'm saying I don't know because it's been
That's
so
what-
long.
I didn't mean to say that. I mean, like, you said you wouldn't be comfortable.
Like, I feel like after 6 years, it would feel like a whole new person. Because both of us were younger 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We're not, and then we've moved on in 6 years. I've gained some weight in 6 years. I'm not.
There.
It's about. I can still see my.
Me too, bitch. That's never been a problem. Big, even when I was 240. Don't that sound? That sounds like a whole lot. I mean, it didn't feel like a whole lot.
Can you still see it even with the?
You trying me? If I couldn't see my face, bitch, there's gonna be some problems. And
You ever see?
yeah, but you know what? I like to watch them guys.
You do?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. We'll talk about that at another time. But I do. I don't know why.
That's just like watching animals have sex.
But I don't like two of them together.
Yeah. Ew. Ew.
Now, who really getting pleasure?
Next subject.
But I want to know if you out there, two big people. No.
Topic at hand.
Topic at hand.
What's too old to be hoeing?
No, we finished that
Yeah,
one.
next
Just
topic.
don't be a just get your rocks off. Girl.
It's his run-on.
Yeah. Somebody asked if you could listen to only 3 albums for the rest of your life, what would they be? And you could only pick 3.
Who phone is that? Oh.
Yeah,
Police found at least 18 guns, explosives, and thousands of rounds of ammo in the home of the Las Vegas killer.
Now who don't? Now come on now. Somebody don't know nothing. Nobody don't know nothing.
No, nobody knows.
And then
I
see
got
his brother
wait,
on TV.
but then they
today?
said, yeah, but his brother was in shock. He didn't know.
He don't look like his elevator went all the way up.
Yeah, because he was in shock. You know, your brother, your sister just did something like this, and then you got all these cameras in your face. He's in shock. So I felt bad for him because when stuff like this happens, then the family has to answer the questions because his bitch ass done went and killed himself. So now they can't be in his face. They now in the family's face. And this brother don't want to have to deal with that. But my thing is, how he have 10 guns in that hotel room plus 18 more in this fucking home? Yeah. And where was the housekeepers at that he had 10 guns and all his
They
ammo?
said they didn't see it, and they said they was going in.
Well, where was he hiding it at?
I have no, but you're
How
not
big
allowed
are-
to go in your stuff. But I mean,
No, but I'm saying, how big are the brooms in the Mandela Bay that you don't see bags that look like they're
what
holding
about?
guns?
But not even just the staff. What the people that go in his room? What about
Yeah.
the staff that work in the hotel?
Yeah.
Because remember that time when I brought the camera to the hotel? They was like, hell no. You
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Because they thought that you were about to record something in the hotel.
Yeah, like-
this is not the
yeah, I
Marriott
remember
there in
that.
City City.
Yeah.
Because that's where they.
Don't do that because they was doing a lot of stuff, and I'd have said, "Oh, okay." That was a lot of recording, because sometimes it's be different scenes, and it just be like.
Because that's where they be at.
But then you gotta see something at home, and they be like, "Really, y'all all just do?" Never mind, Kevin. Come on, change subject. Y'all know how we get. But I mean, you see the same room, like you know exactly how. I'm glad I never went in any of those rooms.
Yeah.
So, bitch, I recognize this room. Oh,
Because you know me.
Because I was back up. Now you want to talk about backing up. I'm going from the dump. But, especially, but.
I've never been to West Hotel. I ain't say that.
Oh, I have. I still do. You know I'm bringing nobody here. Stop here. Hotel. Everything is safe. If you keep it safe.
How many hotels have you been to?
Only got about.
How many
eight.
reward cards? How many reward plus stamp cards or whatever you call them? You got
I don't know.
points, reward points.
I stopped doing the points thing. Like,
Because they stopped coming to town.
that's why I'm there.
Stop coming to
It's come time you stop all that, slow that shit down.
Let me tell you something. I had a few flight attendants and that was it. So,
A few flight attendants. Shout out to the flight attendant that's in Las Vegas. He checked in on Facebook, tell you he's alright. And see he was going back. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
That's the one? Is that
No,
the one? Oh,
you're trying me. You are trying me, and I'm not telling you
That's
nothing.
why I get the tip.
Come here, I gotta tell you something about something.
I wish
And
something.
one of these days, I'll
Y'all mad as shit. Y'all remember what you said. Back to those 3 albums. If I can listen to 3 albums off the top of my head, I'm gonna say. Because they know I'm lying. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Janet the Velvet Rope album. I'm gonna have to pick Johnny Mathis' Merry Christmas album because I fucking love that album. I listen to it every Christmas. And off the bat, maybe like a compilation of Mariah's greatest hits or something.
Now I'll say this: Lauryn Hill's Miseducation, Lauryn Hill. Whitney Houston's The Preacher's Wife.
Yes.
And I don't really have it's too many different songs, Beyonce songs, on too many different albums.
And she ain't got no compilation.
Right. So it would have to be a Beyonce compilation album that I can choose the songs from.
Okay.
And then that'd be that.
Yeah. So that wasn't too hard. But, you know,
and if I can't
somebody screaming.
they are screaming. They might be shooting.
Can you open that? Don't say that.
What?
Open that door.
What? They screaming outside.
No,
Not
that's
in
in here.
It's not. Your window's open, Kevin. That's coming from outside.
Coming from inside.
It's not coming. You hear it from outside. Why every time something comes from outside, you hear it this way?
Maybe because this ear is hearing from that way, but
Well, you need to get that the fuck checked out.
No, I have a good hearing and good vision.
Obviously not if you think that from out there it's coming in here. First of all, there's nobody in your house to be screaming. There's nobody
That could
here.
be Robin's son screaming.
Well, that's on Robin and her son. She should have her son with
Hold
her.
on, listen. No.
First of all, I don't think Robin would leave her. Never.
Don't do that. I'm tired of hearing stuff. But yeah, y'all. So we wanted to give you guys a video. I don't know how long this video is. But on Wednesday, we'll be back with another video. We won't be able to give you guys a weekend video. I'm going to a wedding on Thursday. And we're both attending the funeral on Friday. So, but on Wednesday, we're doing a video with Mr. Ernest Owens. He's returning back to the Scorpio show. The Scorpion show for the first time in over a year. So we're going to be here to talk about some, politics. We're going to be talking about the stuff that he's been doing. He's been causing a lot of controversy here in Philadelphia. Not purposely, but he's doing his job as a journalist. And
Purposely.
We'll see. We're going to get down to the bottom of it.
He's doing it purposely.
Because, they're going to go at it. And I'm going to sit back and watch. And,
No, I love when Ernest comes.
yeah, I know. Me too.
We have a good time.
back. So we will see you guys on Wednesday evening with another video. Maybe we can crank out 2. And y'all have, no, I ain't going to tell you I have.
Wait, Wednesday evening, 2 videos.
I said maybe.
Yeah, that's
You
just
gonna
do
do
one.
one.
Yeah.
It might be one
Because
big
that'd be
video,
too
and I'll
much
split it
of a
into.
video.
That's all. So,
Too much.
and speaking of videos.
You make sure before you have guests come.
Oh, I can't have, we might be downstairs. I got a lot of shit going on this week. I can't. This
This is a week.
yes.
This is a week, and I am not. And you know what's so crazy? Because sorry to get back on this, but his family was saying that recently, maybe about a month ago, Jamal was planning out his funeral and was telling people how he wanted everybody to have a good time. He ain't want nobody in there. He just wanted everybody to have a good time at his funeral.
Well, look, do me a favor. Don't ever talk about your funeral again. All I know is you want a solid gold funeral. A solid gold casket.
Yeah, bronze casket.
And you want Aretha to sing, and maybe
I don't want Aretha Franklin to
and
sing
maybe
my
Beyonce.
funeral. I want Beyonce to sing my funeral. If she can come.
All right, that's it. That's all we're gonna talk about. Yeah, because I don't want you going nowhere.
Well, soon I'm gonna be leaving out this damn door.
Well, you can always leave as long as you come back. But I don't want you to leave and never come back.
No, I'll be here.
Yeah.
You just won't see me.
Oh Lord.
So,
Look at him. Okay, we already deal with enough spirits in here, Lord, and then let alone they bring in more spirits.
and another person.
Yeah, and if
Cause
y'all
bring another
believe in
person.
that spirits do come in your home, you gotta be careful who you bring in your home.
Yeah.
Sometimes, never mind. See, I'm so evil, cause I was gonna say something.
Please say it.
No.
Say it off camera. But say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Because I want to hear it. Because I can only imagine. Because after what they told me about how they can't wait to get swung around.
Yeah, I know you told me that. And I just hope I'm not here for it. And I'm not in this house.
First of all, it probably sounds like two animals. Like,
Stop the camera. I'm out. Thank y'all for watching. I'm glad we found some fun in today. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see y'all on Wednesday with a new video. Just stop it. Stop it.
is that what you're hearing?
Yeah.